we go. We are getting ready to load up into the Land of Dawn. Game number 1 here. First series of day 2. Echo versus RSG Philippines.
It's a mirror start here with a purple for Demon Kite and Carl TZ going for the orange. I'm curious how this first Little Wanderer matchup is going to go.
Right now, both teams are just going to start things off slow. Just really go get their own buffs here.
Hellkurt.
No Hellkurt was picked. But you hear the fans already chatting for their teams. You can see the fans. Take a quick look at them. Game is still running and going, folks.
There it is.
There we go. Just a bit of a dramatic mood lighting, I guess.
Extended Hellkurt. Yeah. Didn't know he was in the game.
The delayed gratification is what's happening.
Yeah. So in terms of the starts, nothing too crazy happened just yet. No invades. Both junglers level in terms of their, levels and their progress with the map. But right now you see a heavy topside rotation for Echo. There is going to be an invade by Carl TZ onto the lizard there. The scaled dragon, if I'm not mistaken, of RSG. The RSG have the info.
Yeah, this is what we can expect from Echo, at least for the first half of the game. If they do it right, they're going to keep doing it all the way till the end.
Oh my goodness.
But the first blood drawn on Yaoi. Atlas is chunky, but not this early.
Excuse me?
Didn't even notice he burned the flicker during that whole shebang in the early game. Yeah.
I mean,
get away from it.
You know,
I didn't notice.
I didn't expect that already, right? So remember when I was mentioning pace setting? That's pretty much what I was talking about, right? Either team could have done that. Demon Kite, though, already grabbing that early kill. That's going to be crucial for them. Now the first turtle of the game comes up. There's some focus here on Aqua, though.
Oh, no! Sanford! Shades of Nats. He's the one who pulls it off. Now there's a pull. Shadow Stampede onto the very, very sturdy Uranus. Now Turtle at about 1/5 of its health. Carl TZ going to secure it very handily. That's a huge objective going over to Echo.
So RSG decide to not go for the Turtle, knowing that they're up against an Akai who was able to hit level 4 comfortably. Instead, Demon Kite went for the purple buff of Carl TZ. At the same time, Carl TZ went for the purple buff of Demon Kite. They might see each other head-to-head in the orange buff area. But right now, Echo. Let's see what happens.
Betty goes up with the go away. He survives Yaoi with the fatal links to protect his gold laner. Here comes Outline Light. They're not done. Wall charge underneath the gold lane tier turret. And there's a called altar. Benny survives. Eman might just get punished here. Light gets popped underneath. A little too deep, too early. Heavy spin by Carl TZ. Oh, we're off to a slobber knocker already. 3 minutes in. Oh, they're not done. Demon Kite going in. There's not enough speed, not enough velocity for this Benny. You can see he wants to go body out. And there's nowhere Carl TZ's gonna go. Demon Kite gets the kill.
I mean, Akai's a pretty mobile panda. For a big panda, yeah, he's mobile, but not as mobile as a Fanny with the cables going around. The commitment by Demon Kite to go after that. He does have the bounty hunter, high and dry rather on him, and a bloody retribution actually for a Fanny.
Man, and just like that, right? Things are already off to a crazy start here for both teams. Talk about the layering, too, that we saw on the top side when it was so hard for RSG Philippines to actually convert that into a kill for Benny Cutie. So right now, both teams at the top of their game. Things are going to just slow down a little bit, I feel like, until that next turtle comes up. Unless, again, something happens. The situation is pressed by either team, because right now, that's a big early pickup already for Demon Kite.
Oh, man. Have disease already, so that the backline of Echo really needs to watch out for here. And the good thing about that is, yeah, he can use that to get the kill and clean up, but he can also use that to just go straight up, look for Sanji, force out the cult altar early, or just go after Benny Cutie, force him to go back.
Oh, but look at this. Echo is setting up, but RSG foot's on the other foot, actually, because they're actually spacing them out inside their own jungle. Nats is being such a nuisance. Look at this. He's isolating 4, 5 members, pushing them away. Benny Cutie very far off, very low. Nats as well. There's a fatal links. And down goes Demon Kite. Sanji's still alive. Gets stunned up. His extra life bar's already spent. And here comes Eman. He wants to get Carl TZ. Can he get him? It's gonna happen. Nats with the consecration and the Ionic Edge. Sanford falls as well. It's mayhem here inside of Echo's purple side jungle. And they're not done. Nats is still alive throughout this whole debacle.
Get away.
Run, Nats, run! And he does. is! That's a second round of consecration!
Look at that! Look at that light construct go, but here's Demon Kite!
Sanji! They're still going. He's still alive. And I believe the action has to take a break here. Both teams, they should not force it, but Light, he's still thinking. Sanji out of bounds. Oh, wow. They're still going. Round 2.
All right, Turtle. Looks like there's going to be even more action here.
Wait.
Yeah, Demon Kite's going to go and grab the buff. I don't think he's going to even just worry about this turtle.
No. Crowdteasy's got this.
Gives it up. And, you know, just like that, I mean, fight after fight, skirmish after skirmish. It was such a good setup earlier, too, by CarlTZ, finding the mark, but still things kind of flip-flopped around, but now the top side.
Yeah, no, throughout the whole debacle, yes, Nats is going to get this tier 1 up top. Gonna get punished hard by Benicute and Yawi, but at what cost? They spent too much. RSG still 1,000 ahead.
Yeah, that was a kill onto the XP laner, but in terms of target priorities, that's Nats coming out with a big W, because now those are the outer turrets for both side lanes gone already for Echo. RSG, we were making a big case about Echo controlling the map through Sanford movements, but RSG have been controlling the map well, but it seems like Echo are going to be able to get one for themselves up top, getting one back.
Yo, that's a trade I'll take any day.
Yeah.
A turtle for outer lane turrets? Yeah, Benicute got one here, but it's a little too delayed. They're catching up one step behind.
Yeah, and like I said too, you know, with Benicute playing the Melissa, the most success we see there is when you can get these early kills and it allows you to scale up really well. You are also very protected for Benicute here on this Melissa, but on the bottom side.
Demon Kite.
Sanford. It's so hard to be an Esmeralda in this game.
Yeah.
You're usually very chunky, and it's up to you, but wait, he gets Fatal Links with 1. That's very low. And look at the damage the Evan is putting down on forcing an early called Alter.
Very early.
Stuns on 3. CarlTZ very low, gets stunned as well. Underneath zone turret. Aqua pops 2. Benny and Yawi go. And Demon Kite gets spotted hard by Sanji. There's a kill by CarlTZ on the Nats. 2 for 2.
Okay, Echo and RSG, lights out and away we go. It's only the first game of this second day of the playoffs, but look what they're doing already. And what we're seeing here is both teams having great lineups for extended team fights. If Echo go in and start, RSG have the right tools to fight even longer. But Echo, what they need to do is just fix their execution up a bit, and then they can fight even longer, even though they forced out their cult Alter. What Demon Kite needs to do now is be careful, though, not get punished.
That's a Fatal Links onto him, but he doesn't survive. Sanford puts a nail in the coffin. 100% turtle take rate for Echo right now. I can swear Blue Leaf scream and fight forever.
Oh man, the claps, the screams are all here. They're still going.
They're not done. Light gets caught out here, and there's a falling star moon. Sanford is out for blood.
Echo sticking together, finding the target, setting things up. This is what Atlas has been known for throughout the regular season. Even if it's just one target, an Atlas will commit that ultimate to get that secure kill and get an advantage in the map.
So the tables have turned. Right now, the gold lead, as minor as it is, it's only 1K. It goes in favor of Echo. But just taking a look at the items here, Renmar, how are things going for Echo now?
Echo, very close. They have the items that they need. I want to see them build a little bit more magic damage, though, magic defense, because of Lilia.
Again, they are out on a mission. The hit has been put onto Eman, and Benicute gets another. Dear Lord. And they don't mind, because as soon as they get their man, they're okay to walk away. And again, yes, Echo has a small lead. It's 1,000, but this is the first 1,000. It's a significant 1,000 in the mid-game. Yawi Vero gonna have to go back. CarlTZ forcing the issue. Guardian's Barrier trapping this Panda. Akai and CarlTZ very, very perilous.
Nats?
Look at Nats. Gonna go in front of Benny and Sanji. Can they get a punish? No ults on Echo quite yet. They're greenless. They have to reset.
Oh, man.
This is crazy. Like, at this point, I mean, just under the 10-minute mark, you can see that Demon Kite doesn't actually have that damage he needs when everybody for Echo is clumped up. And they are starting to scale really well in terms of tankiness, that beefiness, and it's getting even harder for RSG Philippines to find targets, and also the constant thing they have to worry about, not only, like you guys mentioned, the CC coming out from all these tanks, Fatal Links, Heavy Spin, whichever, but also the fact that you have to work around the Cult Altar too.
Yeah, and since we are at the point of the game where teams will really be sticking together, Sanford is doing a great job of tempering the pushes that Nat is supplying and pressuring in the side lanes. They're down in the bottom, while Echo are just going around as 4, getting targets, finding Eman. And yes, you mentioned it very nice too, because Echo are mostly sticking together, Demon Kite cannot maximize the damage he can do. He's doing a lot, but it's not being maximized to its full potential.
Hey, it's not just Demon Kite who's struggling. Even Eman, the Blazing Duet, is hitting critical mass, and there's only so much you can do. Even with the Cult Altar, it's supposed to be a solution. It's supposed to answer that very annoying ult on the Faramis of Sanji, but it's not working out so well. Look at this Lord. It's at about a 1/6 of its health, an 1/8, very low. Who's gonna get it? Fatal Links popped in. Cult Altar as well. Cult secures it. Eman Blazing Duet's on out of here. Bounce Knuckle Man, as he says. Nat's on out as well. And RSG have been pushed back. Echo with a dominant lead in this 11-minute game, almost 3K.
You actually saw Demon Kite try to cable out and then cable back in, just using momentum to potentially steal that Lord away. But because Carl TZ was spinning, it just got enough of a push onto Demon Kite that he wasn't able to get within Retribution range. See, it's not on cooldown right now.
Oh, Yawi.
He's looking for one. Echo, yes, they are very ult reliant, but they're just keeping going. They're giving RSG just all the doubt in the world. Do they have it? Can they do it?
Right now, they're trying to fight for the purple buff.
And who got it? Did Demon Kite get it? Yes, he did. I'm on out of here. I can't do this, but there's a Lord marching up top. There's a wave down bottom, and all of Echo are in mid. It's a hard time to be RSG.
Just like I said, both teams can set the momentum. Echo Express is online here, 4K gold ahead. That's going to be a Lord up top, should be worked on, but they have to find something for RSG.
TR2 is going to go down here in bot lane, best believe. And they took an orange. Who did it go to? Who took it? Did Benny get it? Did Benny get it?
He took it. Orange buff is on him, so no orange buff right now for RSG. And because, again, of the formation of Echo, how they've controlled this map, we're starting to see all the things we pointed out here in the draft. Sassford's Esmeralda doesn't have a lot of things to worry about right now because RSG PH don't have the damage just yet to deal with it. Meanwhile, the Uranus of Nats is struggling. Even though he can get easy backline access, there's not much he can do against Echo other than just being a nuisance to them.
Man, let me just remind you of the key to victory, the San duo, the combo. Look at both of them. Sanji 2-0-6 on this Faramis. Sanford that 4-1 doing work. Again, it's so hard for RSG Philippines to actually penetrate the front line. And then you have the back line to worry about.
Speaking of penetrate, look at the items on the Lilia. I'm waiting for a Divine Glaive. Once the Divine Glaive is up, that will be the game-changing item for the damage of Aqua. Once he gets that up, you're gonna start seeing the health bars of Echo going down faster and faster. But without it, RSG will struggle in the engaged extended team fights rather. But there it is. Now he picked it up. Let's see if RSG can make it work.
Slowly but surely, RSG clawing their way into a better position. Nats push the tier 2 down bottom, forcing Sanford to clean up. But we're about 20 seconds away from another Lord, and this is a Luminous Lord. It's gonna, at best, break down a tier 3 down bottom. That's dangerous, perilous. The map is shrinking.
Not only that, but this is going to be crucial because we just saw Benny Cutie also pick up another big item on this Melissa, DHS. So yeah, you were just pointing it out, Redmar. You know, these item spikes are going to be crucial for both teams, but more so for RSG Philippines. They need to be able to either steal this objective away or at least win this team fight. As you can see, everybody crowding around this next Lord here, everybody getting in position, clearing the lanes the best they can, and just getting ready for this fight.
Way too risky for RSG to try and commit, but if they can pull this off, it's gonna be an amazing play.
Very low. A quick Lord take here. Shadow Stampede setup. Look at Nats and Light looking for an angle. Demon Kite very quiet. Oh, like a thief in the night, he's trying to go for it. Yawi very low, gets popped here by Light. Who's gonna take this Lord? Demon Kite steals it. All the waiting in the world has paid off. And Eman in the back line trying to pop one on Sanji. That's 2 down on the side of RSG. Make it 2 for Echo as well. Benny Cutie bites it. Carl TZ running for his life. Sanji trying to protect his jungler. And the shield put up. Carl TZ survives. And Sanford and Nats go in mano-a-mano in the jungle with Nats actually losing out. They're gonna have to retreat.
It was ridiculous that RSG somehow was able to take that Lord away from Echo. It was risky, it was difficult, but they got away with it. Again, going back to Aqua now having the damage that he needs to be more impactful as a Lilia, and of course, the tremendous positioning of Demon Kite to wait in the shrubs as long as he did, to just show up at the right moment to help that kill on Yawi and to get that Lord away from Echo.
And right now, Lord marching down the bottom side here. Echo's gonna have to deal with that. They're gonna lose some turrets, a little bit of space around the map, and as you saw, Emman also able to just whittle down even these tanky boys for Echo. So that's something they gotta be really critical of here. They're gonna handle the Lord fine, but like I said, they lose that turret in the mid side. We'll see if RSG Philippines can grab any more, but right now, Echo still holding on to a minor lead.
That's what the DHS bought for them, and I guess that's why Emman stings a little bit more now, and Echo has to be wary. They have to protect their back line and their front lines. It's not as easy to find angles anymore. Now, the map has evened out. Dare I say, maybe even RSG is winning because of how mobile they are. Nats can go anywhere he wants. Demon Kite can wait in a bush and do anything he wants, even Emman. So I guess that's why it's so close this time around. It's another back and forth swing.
Echo really need to watch out the spacing of the map that RSG can provide for themselves. If they're not careful, they're going to end up losing a base turret. Probably not get split pushed, but losing a base turret at this point of the game, it's going to be massive if that happens to either squad. Benecutie earlier picked up the Haas Claws. With the DHS, it's going to be an insane amount of regen that this Melissa can get, which makes RSG's team fighting execution, it has to be even cleaner and more disciplined, because if they blow too many of their abilities and Benecutie just comes in very late to a team fight, Echo can turn that around, even though if it's just Benecutie and one more member of Echo.
Man, right now, too, the other thing that you have to consider is how many options Echo has to start fights, right? Yes, you have the Fatal Links, you have the Heavy Spin, and again, even Sanji can start a fight. All those guys can peel, too. Whereas on RSG Philippines, you kind of have to rely on Light. And like you guys mentioned, you have that mobility factor, but still, if Light misses the wild charges, if he misplaces the Guardian barriers, it's almost tough to find your moments in those team fights.
Well, now that we're in a somber moment, I'd like to cover that. Maybe the engagements on Echo, maybe all of those options, especially seen in that last team fight, might actually mean too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's so hard to have so many options but no follow through. And maybe with RSG having one focus on Light, that might actually be a better focus, tunnel vision, and that's what bought them his comeback. That's just me saying what I see.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for Echo. It goes hand in hand with them having the most unique heroes picked this season, wherein they are a jack of all trades, but what are they masters of? Echo needs to show that here right now. What can you do with this lineup that has so many options for engagement? How are you going to take the definitive lead in this game back away from RSG PH? Because right now it's even Stevens.
Yep, as it is, Sanford making quite a little bit of a dent in the map. Look at how deep he pushed that Nats with the answer back. Yawi, Fatal Links on this lone Uranus. Benecutie, can he get the kill? The answer is yes, popping the immortality, but here comes Demon Kite to the rescue, but it's a little too late. The young Nathaniel Astrologo goes down. Cold Altar popped up, and they answer back with Demon Kite's reinforcement. Sanji very low. Carl Teasy unable to find an angle, could have been deadly, disastrous for RSG, but a pick-off's a pick-off.
Look at the discipline Echo pulled off there with when they used their ultimates. Sanji didn't use that Cult Altar with that take for Nats. They waited until to see if Demon Kite would be coming in. Sanford had great positioning, saw Demon Kite. Sanji had the Cult Altar, and Benecutie saved his go-away ultimate for last. That's how he was able to get away.
And now the thing is, do they actually want to contest this or just let it go? They know the Cult Altar isn't available just yet, could pop up here in a few seconds, but still focusing as much as they can. Lord still for the take.
Demon Kite retribution's already.
Watch out, can he get it one more time? No! Carl Teasy's blade! Nay, that's a baseball bat, ever so sharp, taking this third Lord, and they're getting the hell out of Dodge. We're happy with our major objective.
Sanford again, the pressure he applied onto the purple buff when Demon Kite was taking it, it forced Demon Kite to use the retribution already, hence why Echo got that Lord without a problem.
Great call there. Again, the San duo doing work here in this game one for Echo. as we take a look at the items here, things are pretty much well bit. It's just going to be a swap between items if they choose to. Yeah. But right now, I mean, you're looking at maybe a couple last items that need to be locked in, but now it's RSG Philippines here with their backs against the wall that have to defend against this marching lord.
All the key players here have the items that they need. We're just waiting for Light to build up his blade armor. It seems like that's going to be his last item because look, there's already a blade armor on the side of Echo. Two of them actually. One for Carl TZ, one for Sanford. Hence why Emman's a little bit more careful with his targeting. Top side, Demon Kai split pushing. Echo pushing in through the mid and the Lord through the bot.
Something's gonna give here. The Lord just charges into that inhibitor down bottom. All members of RSG are needed here. The Fanny, Demon Kite makes his way back home. RSG and Nats making a little bit of space, opening it up down bottom. Yaoi looks for one. Gets the Fatal Links onto Nats. Counter already popped. Demon Kite taken down by the Storm. Fanny gets it. Immortality's popped here. The Atlas gets taken down. Aqua takes down Yaoi. Nats goes down as well. And there's a clutch. Heavy spin by Carl Easy. Popping the Immortality. Emman goes down. It's just Light and Aqua here left in the base to defend. Another inhibitor bites it.
Man, what a fight that was, and now this could be it for Echo if they can punch it in.
Aqua going for the black shoots. Carl Easy still here. He has an Immortality. Light very low. Sanji goes down. Immortality's up and down as well. Too much of an ask to defend this. Can they do it? Benny Cuties still here. Ladies and gentlemen, Echo loud and proud. They're going to go ahead and finish the game. Not unless they can say something about it. Nay. Echo takes game one.